Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are grooming Cabot, the 11-year-old Newfoundland dog. So today we are doing something that I don't normally do, and we are shaving a double-coated dog. Hello Cabot. You wanna lay down? I put the bar low and the table low so you could lay down. I am told that he will lay down for the entire groom. And we're gonna get into why I am shaving him today. I am shaving him with a number 7, which is very short, but for very good reason. So Cabot here has some extreme arthritis. He has difficulty walking, and he lays down for the entire grooming session. The owners have told me that they want him to be as comfortable as possible, and maintaining his long coat is very difficult on him. He does not like being brushed, and in order for him to be groomed and left long, he would have to endure both the bath and the blow dry and a full brush out, which could take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours on a dog like him. The owners say he can't handle that because he cannot stand, and he will not tolerate the brush. So the best thing that they feel they can do for him, which they've already done many times, is to shave him down due to his old age. Every dog is different. Now, if this was a dog that had never been shaved before, I might tell the owner to do a 2-part grooming with me. So one day, maybe I just do the bath and the blow dry, and then the next day, maybe I do his brush out and his tidy up to make it a little bit easier on him. But because he has been shaved before, his coat is already very damaged from being shaved, so I am not going to cause any further damage by shaving him again, in which case he might as well just be shaved. Another thing to consider is the fact that once a double coat is damaged from shaving, it can be very difficult to do a regular grooming on them, so a bath and a blow dry and a brush out, because the damaged fur can be really difficult to work out. It gets very compacted, it's not the same texture, it's just very difficult to work with. So oftentimes continuing to shave after you've been shaving for a while is your best choice. So obviously his haircut is not going to come out perfect considering he lays down the entire time. But the good news is that because I'm shaving him before the bath, he will only take a short amount of time to bathe and blow dry, which means that Cabot here does not have to be here for any longer than he needs to be. But because he lays down, it'll be super difficult to get an even haircut on him. Cabot was going to a regular groomer for shave downs, and the policy was recently changed at the place that she works, that they can no longer work on dogs that don't stand. So he had to find a new groomer that would be willing to work on him. There's a few reasons why that may have happened, and the biggest one just being liability. There's liability involved with both the dog and the groomer when a dog won't stand, and a lot of times corporate salons will do whatever they can to avoid liability, and so they just won't take on these cases. All right, bud. He's got lots of wrinkly folds, so I have to make sure I stretch his skin while I shave. All right, we gotta turn you. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do that, buddy? A lot of you might think that 11 years old isn't that old, but for a Newfoundland, it definitely is old. Okay, I gotta shave this side now. When they have a double coat, it'll be really hard to get the clipper underneath that short undercoat. keep it up. Because I can't see. Boy. Bathing you is going to take 2 seconds. You see how fluffy it is here compared to here? It can be really hard to grab the double coat, especially when it's dirty, when you're shaving. So after I bathe and blow dry him, this will come out smooth. But oftentimes before the bath, if you're shaving a double coat, it is hard for the clipper to get underneath that short coat, usually because of how dirty and full of dander the coat is, and also compacted. Excuse me, sir. There is quite a bit of fur on the ground, so I am going to put him into the shower now, give him a good bath, and we will come back to the table. Ready to go, buddy? Now, I know that his head is super fluffy and so are his ears. There is a method to the madness here. I still want him to look like a Newfoundland, even though he's been shaved. So while I'm not going to leave his head and ears that fluffy, I'm going to take them down a bit. I cannot take them down until they are clean and brushed out because I'm using a longer blade. And I cannot use a longer blade on dirty hair or it'll just be very uneven and leave all types of holes in his haircut. So that I will bathe and blow dry and brush out before I trim it. Now this shampoo is going to be super easy since you have no hair left, right? Everyone always asks me about the water temperature. The water temperature is warm, not too hot, not too cold. Although when I groom large dogs like this in the summertime, I tend to use cold water because they appreciate it since they overheat so easily. Double coat helps to regulate body temperature. So when you shave it, they can get sunburned easily, they can overheat more easily, but a dog like this is probably not doing much outdoors. He's not going to be running around and playing in the heat. He's probably just more or less relaxing, so the likeliness of him overheating is pretty slim. And if it is a really hot day, something tells me that they're going to leave him inside in the air conditioning anyways. So we don't really need to be concerned about him being unable to regulate his own body temperature. All that matters right now at his age and with his arthritis is his comfort. So shaving him is not a big deal. Some of you might wonder why I chose to save the coat on the woolly Malamute, considering he was also old. He was in very good physical condition. He was running around my yard. He did not show me any signs of pain or severe arthritis or anything like that. But also his coat had never been shaved before. So if I shaved it, I was going to ruin it. And I do think that that dog has a lot more years left and a lot more active years outdoors. And so having that double coat to help regulate his body temperature is important. If he was extremely frail, unable to walk, stand, or that kind of stuff, then it would have been evaluated differently and he likely would have been shaved, but he was a different case. Let's rub this in. I'm gonna give you some deshedding as well, because even though you've been shaved, that does not mean that you're not going to shed because you are a shedding dog. Common misconception, people shave their double-coated dogs because they think they will shed less, and they shed just as much, they just shed shorter hairs. So it really doesn't make a difference. You gotta keep your head up so the soap doesn't go in your eyes, buddy. Okay, rinse you down. Someone asked me why I don't shower these dogs wearing a wetsuit. A wetsuit is designed to keep you warm, and it also only works if there's water inside of it. That's not something I want to do when I'm grooming. I already get warm enough when I'm grooming. And then a dry suit I would boil in. So those are not options. Come here. like putting your face down, which is a little bit difficult. Okay, he's gonna get a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna go on the drying table and get him dry. And I'm sure you're gonna lay down the whole time. So this is an extra large and it's not fitting his head nicely. So we're not gonna put it on because something tells me that's really gonna bother him. This guy likes to put his head down throughout the entire groom, which is making it difficult for the camera to focus on him because it can't see his eyes. So in case this video has a lot of blurry moments, that's probably why. He doesn't like having his head or his legs dried, so I'm gonna try to finish off his head with the smaller dryer, and then it'll be time for his haircut. You're gonna shave your head. So I used a 7/8 on the top of his head, and I will fix that up with scissors after. Now I'm going back over his body with the number 7. He really is a fan of keeping his head as low as possible, which is a bit of a challenge for me, especially when I go to fix up his head haircut afterwards. It's going to be hard to make it even. While you're standing for a few seconds, I'll try to get under here. You're being very, very good. Shaving double-coated dogs will result in me having hair splinters for the rest of the day. Any dog can cause hair splinters, but wiry coats and double coats are the worst for it. Because he does not stand, we have to remember that it's going to be hard to get a perfectly even haircut, but it'll turn out pretty good by the end. Decent enough, right, buddy? Okay, can I do the top of your head now? Those are some crazy eyelashes that we are going to trim because you must have a hard time seeing. Look at those long lashes. Actually, I'm not even sure that those are eyelashes. I don't even know what those are. He puts all of his weight down on my hand when I try to lift his head, so it becomes a little bit exhausting trying to keep his head up, which again means that the haircut is going to be a bit uneven because I can't actually see the finished product of my work because he won't keep his head up long enough for me to evaluate. Oh boy, okay, let's see if we can do your nails. Now we know that he doesn't like having his paws touched because he didn't like having them blow dried, so this might be a bit difficult. I also don't want to take them too short. Stay there. Are you gonna bite me? I hope not. His paws are extremely hairy, which is going to make a lot of slipping and sliding when he walks. So getting this out is necessary for him, even if this is uncomfortable for him in the moment. He's going to have a much easier time walking. It's okay. For those of you who don't know, there is a course available for the pet parent to learn how to do your dog's paws on your own. This will cover dogs that have shedding fur, dogs that don't have shedding fur, dogs that have black nails and white nails, and it also teaches you how to use the Dremel as well as the nail clipper. So if you guys are interested in learning how to do your dog's paws at home safely and easily, as well as teaching you all the equipment that you will need, you can find that course in the description or in the comment section of this video. And it is available for sale on my website, girlwiththedogs.com. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of his body, paws and ears, and then he's going to be ready to go home. No, starting to growl a little bit. Yeah, and show me his teeth. For doing his front nails for some reason. Was not expecting that at all. I don't think I've ever met a Newfoundland that has growled or tried to bite for a singular thing in its entire life. Are you okay? It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do his back paw first before I try to do those front nails because he's really not happy about it. Can you lay down, buddy? All right, so after 2 hours and 30 minutes, this guy is finished. I'm gonna let him outside to use the bathroom and have some water. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe and follow button. and share with all of your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in a few days. Hi, buddy. Can somebody see your face for once? Yes, we can see your face now. Well, I was going to let him outside until I realized it is pouring rain, so I guess we are not going out there. Cabot! I think his haircut turned out pretty good for a dog that lays down the entire time.